What impressive ball striking from Raheem Cornwall last night, man. Almighty Father. People, if you missed that game between the Barbados Royals and the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, this has cheap, you know, worry with the CPL this year. Boy, I tell you. Anyways, we're going to talk about that game. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit about how the Talawas gave Trinidad Knight Riders another victory. So just give a listening ear, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed, and let's get straight down into it. So last night we saw the Barbados Royals chasing down the highest score thus far of this year's CPL, which was 220. So the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, they batted first, and they were captained last night by Sheffield Rutherford. Seems as if whenever Rutherford captains the team, you know, he unleashes some sort of inner power, because Rutherford also struck the ball ferociously. So 220 for 4. Andre Fletcher, he made 56, and Will Smead was promoted to the opening slot, the 21-year-old, and he made 63 of 36. So the pair of them, they put on 115 before they lost the first wicket. So 115 for 1. As I said, Fletcher 56 of 37, 7 fours and 1 6. Will Smith 63 of 36, 5 fours and 4 sixes. Jade Gooley, he made 22, and Sheffield Rutherford decided to retire him out. And Sheffield Rutherford made 65 of 27. At one point in time, he held Carlos Brathwaite and he boxed him left, right, and center. We're talking about the ball that Brathwaite was bowling. He had 5 fours and 5 sixes. He hit, I think it was 3 consecutive sixes of Carlos Brathwaite's bowling. So Rutherford, my people, he really put a good finishing touch on that innings. Corbin Bash made 5 of 3, and Benny Howell was left not out on 1. Now, Barbados Royals, their bowling figures all over the place except Raheem Cornwall. And Kyle Mears bowled 2 overs for 23 runs. The spinner, Van der Murray, he bowled 2 overs, 20 runs. Jason Ola, 4 overs, 47 runs. Carlos Brathwaite, 4 overs, 66 runs. The captain decided to give him the final over even after he went for 40 yards. And Massa, Rutherford beat him. Ahmed bowled 4 overs, 23 runs. Naim Young 1 over, 13 runs. Raheem Cornwall 3 overs, 27 runs and 2 wickets. So 220 for 4. I am pretty sure that Rutherford and his team at the interval were feeling very much in control of that game. But Raheem Cornwall had a different idea, my people. He opened up with Kyle Mears, and once again Kyle Mears was dismissed softly. He made 22 of 13 with 5 fours. But that wasn't a problem, because Raheem Cornwall, he stayed out there and he hammered the bowling. Man made 102 of 48 deliveries, 4 fours, and listen to this, 12 massive sixes. It was raining sixes out there, my people. Raheem Cornwall answering all the doubters, answering the critics that were calling for him to be dropped. And then the captain, decided that he would retire him out. Cornwall would retire hurt based on where they. Well, he said that the commentator said that he was feeling some distress, but when the game got to where they could just win it with singles and things like that, we had Alec Arthanes coming in. So Evans, he made 24 of 14. Ravman Powell, the captain, came in and he didn't waste any time, my people. He was hitting the ball all over the place also. He made 49 of 26, 5 fours and 3 sixes. Alec Arthanes finished things off with 13 of 10 not out. So as I said, Powell and Rutherford, they were really good in hitting the ball last night, but they were totally overshadowed by Raheem Cornwall. I don't know if I have seen anything that impressive since Chris Gill's 175 that he made in the IPL. You understand? I'm not gonna say it's the first T20 100 that I have seen since then, but man, that was impressive. 12 sixes and 4 fours. Rakim Cornwall, and they dropped him when he was in the 40s, I think it was. So that is why they say catches with matches. Can you imagine putting down a man in the 40s and the man go on to make 102 over 48 deliveries in T20 cricket with 12 sixes? Mighty God. Bowling for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. George Linda, he bowled 3 overs, 34 runs. Lane bowled 1 over, cost him 17 runs. O'Shane Thomas, 4 overs, 34 runs. Corbin Bosch, 3 overs, 29 runs, 1 wicket. Yannick Correa, he was another one that they pummeled. When Powell came into bat, they brought him on. But Master, they lick him, 2 overs, 35 runs. Master didn't give him some lick out there. Benny Howell, 3 overs, 40 runs. He was smashed also. And Dominic Drake's 2.1 overs. I personally think that they brought him in a little bit too late. He bowled 2.1 overs, 34 runs, 1 wicket. I think they could have given him a bowl like probably about 4 or so over before he came in. But yeah, man, they chased down 220 in 18.1 overs. Imagine that, winning the game by 8 wickets and 11 deliveries to spare. I tell my people, I don't know if I have ever seen anything like that in a good while. Rakim Cornwall picking up the man of the match, and just to remind you, he also picked up 2 wickets to go with that 102 that he made. So, it was a good knock. Rakim Cornwall giving them that drop bat celebration to let people know that, listen, you're talking this and you're talking that, but this is what the big rock can do. Man, boy, I am extremely happy I was able to stay up and watch the game in its entirety. Just sorry we weren't doing a watch along to get all them reactions and things live and direct. Anyways, prior to that, we had the Jamaica Talawas and the Trinidad Knight Riders. Now, this game I didn't get a chance to see it in its entirety. I was just following the score because I was at church. And at one point in time I was like, yeah man, Jamaica have this. I think we wanted, I think it was like 40 something or 40 something ball or something close to that. And when I came back out of the church and checked the phone, Mr. said the man them lose a game. I said, no man, them man already, brother. So Trinidad Knight Riders, they were restricted to 142 for 8, right? The quote unquote powerhouses that they have on that team, they were restricted, right? We would have seen Martin Guptill getting 15, Mark Dale getting 30, Nicholas Pooran getting 1, Logan Tucker getting 30, Pollard 33, Russell 1, right? So Narayan didn't score. So all of the guys that they have, that they say that is big name players, they were removed cheaply. As I said, Pollard got in the 30s and Tucker and them, man. But 142 for 8, you're not gonna get that much better. Yeah, much better. You're not gonna get anything easier than that. So 142 for 8 is what they got. And the bowling for the Jamaica Talawas, number of viewers and subscribers, it was pretty good. Mohamed Amir 4 overs, 20 runs, 3 wickets. Chris Green 2 overs, 19 runs. Iman Wazim 4 overs, 19 runs, 1 wicket. Salman 4 overs, 28 runs, 1 wicket. Kelvin Pittman getting a game, 4 overs, 27 runs, 3 wickets. Fabian Allen 2 overs, 20 runs. Right? So the bowlers did their job. And all we needed was the batsmen to really go out there and do them thing. And we got off to a okay start, We had 57 for 1 in 7.3 overs. I mean, after 7.3 overs, you ideally want to be a little bit more. But given the total that we were chasing, that wasn't too bad. Alex Hales made 21, King 36. Blackwood coming in for the first game, 1-4. Brooks, first ball duck. Raymond Reefer 17. Iman Wazim 19 off 24. He was left not out. Fabian Allen 8. Right, he was bowled by Sunil Narayan. So yesterday's game was the game that we definitely could have used somebody like a Fabian Allen. Chris Green, he made 32 off 16. Mohamed Amir didn't score, and he was, he didn't face any delivery. So we were restricted to 140 for 7. Therefore, giving Trinidad Knight Riders the victory for 2 by 2 runs. Usually Usually when teams do them thing, I will give them the props. But you know, the bowling for Trinidad Knight Riders and the captaincy was okay based on what I didn't see much of the game, but based on when I last checked it, Jamaica Talawas gave away that game. We had a lot of we had wickets in hand, and we had batsmen that I would consider them to be competent. All they had to do was play normal cricket shots, and they gave the victory to Trinidad Knight Riders. Hussein bowled 3 overs for 23 runs. Russell, he bowled 4 overs, 3 for 34. Sunil Narayan 4 overs, 26 runs, 2 wickets. Ali Khan 4 overs, 29 runs. Sal Malkel 4 overs, 21 runs, 2 wickets. Martdale 1 over 4 runs. And as I said, the Jamaica Talawas giving up that one right there. So that is pretty much it for this one, my people. Hope you guys enjoyed that little recap. Gonna leave it right there for now. Big up.